All right, welcome to Game Time. This is episode number 3. I've got Brian, I've got Brady, both my brothers, both coaches. We're going to get straight into the first quarter. We're going audience questions. This one's from Vlicious17 on Instagram. How do I control the tempo when closing games with the lead? Anybody got any tips?
I would offer some caution in that you got to be careful that the team doesn't get into a mindset of where they're playing not to lose versus playing to win. But I think if you practice situational stuff and with leads, and you have an opportunity, for example, I like running where you have, especially if you have good guards, running like a spread where you have three guys at the top, your bottom two guys out spread in the corners, and you're essentially attacking without help and without screens. So you're not bringing a second defender, but you're not attacking to necessarily score. You're attacking to create space, and they almost run like a weave and circle back out until you get to 10 on the shot clock or whatever, and then you go ahead and run it from there. But you need a disciplined group to be able to do that. If you really want to look at somebody, Duke's always done a fantastic job of that, where they'll play at a certain pace the whole game. But if they've got a 7 to 12 point lead or more in the last 3 or 4 minutes, every possession they take the clock right down, and they do a really good job of it. But I'm 100% certain they practice that a lot because their guys are very disciplined.
Yeah, I would also caution too. I mean, we've seen it many times. We talk about it, especially during March Madness, when that underdog gets the lead, and late in the second half, they're playing up tempo, playing no fear, and then all of a sudden they slow the pace down. They're not playing the way that they were before, and you can feel that momentum just shift right away. So I would suggest also, as much as you can, keep with the tempo that you had that got you the lead and that your team is most comfortable playing.
I feel the exact same way. Just play the way that got you there. There's no need to change your style of play just because you've got an 8 point lead and there's 4 minutes left. As soon as you start to change the way you play, your guys might not be comfortable. They get a little tighter. One mistake leads to a basket, and all of a sudden, the lead's down to 6, 4, 2, and it's because you just completely changed the way you were playing.
All right, let's get into the second quarter. We've got a good offense, bad defense situation here. Brian, you can go first. What are your thoughts? Pretend you're the coach of either team. What would you talk about in the next huddle?
I think it's atrocious defense. First of all, if you just watch, I think the effort level is just beyond bad. There's guys in that entire possession that literally are just walking around, if not a half jog, with their backs to the ball. And the communication is weak on that screen, and it's just bad defense all around. The effort is poor, and so much of what went on there could have been prevented with a little bit of extra effort.
You're going with
That's what I was
atrocious.
talking about. That's what I
Jeez.
was talking about.
Okay.
The Georgetown defense was terrible. But look at the effort level in that clip. It's just pathetic.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like a bunch of guys that don't even want to be out there.
Brady, what did you see?
I will say, as bad as the defense was, real Steph Curry effect on the offensive end of the floor. A lot of circles, guys moving nonstop. There was the one guy ran around in a circle 2 or 3 different times. It's a real Steph Curry effect, never stop moving and always looking to get open. So I think the offense was good as much as the defense was really bad.
Yeah, I saw similar bad defense. I mean, once that ball screen happens, the defense actually did a good job managing that ball screen. There was no need for Zero to step down, which left his man open for the 3. 10 should have stepped over once Zero stepped down. There was just a lot of communication and wrong decisions going on. All right, let's get into halftime now. We've zipped through 2 quarters. Halftime's for our silly conversations. You might not even know the answer to this question. When you go up or down a set of stairs, do you use the same foot every time as your first step? And is it left or right?
If I think about it, I'd say I do, and it's my right.
Okay.
You use the same foot to go up each step? What are you like? Walking up one step at a time, like you like walking up the stairs like a baby.
Do we have to draw this out for you, Brady?
I
What?
think he's asking what's your initial step. Is it with your right foot or your left?
Oh, the same.
Not if you're hopping up and down the stairs.
It's like, what do you take 20 minutes to go up a flight? It's like,
One step
Oh,
at a
my
time.
goodness.
Right foot equal to the left. Right foot equal to the left.
I got you. So you're saying, do I use the same foot each time I go up the stairs? I have no idea.
Yeah. I switch it up because I only know this because I count the steps as I'm going, and the odd time I'll be like, oh, the left one's even. Oh, this time the left one's odd. Do you know how many steps are in your house? Do you count them?
Yeah, there's 13.
I'll tell you what's odd. Both of you. That's what's odd. Both of those answers are terrible.
I misunderstood the question.
Third quarter, we're going to debate a topic. I've already determined the topic will be, do you foul when you're up 3 to prevent the game tying 3? Opponent has the ball with 7 seconds left in the game. We'll go with the people. Who's debating? Brian, old man, my daughters wrote these. Brady, swears a lot. You are against. Brian, you're leading the charge. Why do you foul up 3, 7 seconds left? Your opponent has the ball.
Because statistically, you have a better chance to win if you're forcing them to have to make the first free throw and miss the second, get an offensive rebound, and then score again. So the statistics, or as everybody likes to say these days, the analytics suggest that's the smarter play. But you've got to practice it. You can't just expect to call a timeout and say, hey, we're going to foul. So you got to practice that situation. You have to practice how you foul. Up here in Canada where we are, we play FIBA rules, and they're really strict on going for the ball. You can't just foul like you do in the NCAA or the NBA. So you got to practice those things. But yes, I say you foul.
There's a risk in what can happen if you do choose to foul. If they're expecting you to foul, they might hoist up a shot, and now they make that 3-pointer and there's a foul, you lose the game. At the end of the day, you're up 3, you play your best defense, you get a stop, the game's over. Worst case scenario, they make a 3 and you go to overtime. And the reality is with 10 seconds left, they're probably trying to get a shot up quickly so that there's still time on the clock in case they missed a foul and they get another chance if you miss your free throws. So, I would say just play it out and trust the defense.
For those watching, leave a comment. What would you do? Up 3, do you foul or not foul? And who won the debate, Brady or Brian? All right, let's get into the fourth quarter. Play of the week. Steal this sideline play, bring it to practice, get a big bucket like OKC did here. We're starting in a Y formation with great spacing. Your best passer throws it in, and your best player or the main defensive focus goes here. Your best player acts as if they're getting a screen and going to the corner. Stops and comes back to set a back screen for a post player coming to the hoop. While that's happening, the weak side wing player is setting a screen for a lob pass over the top. This can be a second scoring option, but the main purpose is to occupy the help defenders and keep them out of the key so you can get an open layup like this. Here's another look using my custom Coach Calls Timeout Playmaker. To get hundreds of more plays like this for your team and many other coaching resources, go to coachcallstimeout.com. Okay, there's your play of the week. All 4 quarters done. We leave this time for Brady's stat of the week. Brady, what do you have for us to end the show?
This week I got a couple quick stats that just happened in regards to blocks, block shots. Alex Caruso of the Chicago Bulls just ended his streak of having 1 block in 17 straight games. He is the only guard that's had a streak that long other than Michael Jordan, who had 18. He was 1 game away from setting a record for guards with a block in a game, which is pretty crazy.
Unfortunately, though, he doesn't even hold the Bulls record.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. That's a good point. There's another cool stat with regards to block shots that happened. Matisse Thybulle on the Blazers doesn't play a lot of minutes, but he's an all defensive guy. He just recorded his 20th block shot on a 3-point attempt this season. There's only been 6 times in the history of block shots being kept on 3-pointers.
Wow.
With 20 in a season, and it's only halfway through the year. He's done it 4 of the 6 times.
Oh, wow.
4 of the 6 times. That's crazy. I know he made the all defensive team a few years ago, only playing like 20 minutes a game. So, I mean, you got to be pretty damn good at defense to make the team only playing 20 minutes.
Before you say that for sure, I got some homework for you for next week. Can you see if he also leads the league in fouling 3-point shooters?
Probably.
All right, there we go. There's our game time. Leave a comment. Share this with other coaches. We're looking to help as many coaches as possible. Leave some questions if you want to be part of the audience question segment. Have a good day.